Hello young people, episode is called Panini Time. We're using a panini maker. I don't know if you have one of these. If you don't, you can also just do it in a saute pan by pressing down on it with a spatula or something. But I have one of these, so it's going to be cooking it on the bottom and on the top. As soon as you plug these things in, they get real hot real fast. So I don't even plug it in until I'm totally ready. I've kind of dusted it off, make sure all the old stuff is off. I'll show you what I've got here. I've got 2 pieces of bread. Also have some old canned biscuits, just because they're here. You can make a sandwich out of those. I've got a sharp cheddar cheese, Roma tomatoes. I love Roma tomatoes because they're cheap and they're affordable and they're delicious. I've got some spinach, and I have some boar's head ham. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and assemble my sandwich. Making some for my other family people. I'm going to make these all up. We're worrying about what's going in the middle first. Now for this guy, I know I want tomatoes. I think I'm just going to do tomatoes on all of them. Just do one on the little biscuit guys. And then for the biscuit guys, I'm just going to give them 1 piece of ham. One piece. For me, I'm going to do spinach too. Load this thing up with some spinach. And if you wanted any sauce or anything, now would be the time to do that. Paninis are really delicious. And if you have one of these sitting around your house and you've never used it, it's worth getting it out and playing with it. Put a lot of ham on here. I've already done my workout, my jog for the day, and done some renovation work with my brother-in-law. Now I'm going to have a big sandwich. So it's a big sandwich here, okay? And then on both of these guys, just like that. Now, you may or may not want to do butter on yours. I do just a little bit of butter on the 4 corners. And this is not on yet, just so you know. Do a little bit on the top and a little bit on the top of this guy. Then I'm going to set this over here to the side. I'm going to plug in my panini maker. Gonna heat up real fast. I'm also gonna go ahead and do a little bit of butter on the bottom of these guys. Just a little bit. That is my dog down there. Not a pig, but she sounds like a pig sometimes. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on the griddle upside down. You may want your griddle to get a little bit hotter. I'm going to go ahead and do mine now. You can already feel it heating up. And because I just plugged it in, it's got a minute or 2 to heat up, but it gets hot really fast. And usually when I'm making my panini, I like to do it one way for a little bit of time, and then I'll turn it the other way for a little bit of time, and then I'll turn it kind of diagonal so I can get lines all over the bread. You'll see as I go through the process. I can hear the butter melting and cooking a little bit. As I'm giving it just a little bit of pressure, not too much. But if you like hot sandwiches and you like them to be kind of smushed down together, this is a great instrument to do that. Good, I'm getting a little bit of marks. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this guy. Just turning it at 90 degrees. Gotta make sure whenever you're using this whole thing is really hot. So you just wanna hold it by the handle. And then even when you're done grilling your panini, it's still gonna remain hot for a couple minutes. So the main thing to remember is just as soon as you're done grilling that panini or using the panini press, you'll make sure you unplug it. If some of your panini makers may actually have a power switch, mine does not, it's just plug and go. All right, looking good again. I can feel it cooking beautifully. And it's getting much thinner. I can feel it getting much thinner. Ooh, and my tomatoes have actually kind of burned through a little bit, but I'm fine with that. Now I'm turning it at an angle. It's gonna be the last pressing. I kind of overloaded this particular sandwich. The biscuits will go a little bit easier because there's not so much stuff on them. And then as soon as I finish this sandwich, I'm going to grill these two little biscuit sandwiches, and they'll be ready real fast because the griddle will be so hot. It's always good too, after you've made your panini, to go ahead and wipe down the griddle after it cools down a bit. That's about all I want right there. It's not super dark, not super brown, super gooey though. I'm going to put these guys right on. It does get a little smoky, so if you have a fire alarm, smoke alarm, just be aware. May get a little smoky for you. But you can see when you're done, you make a nice cut on it. Nice and beautiful. Ready for consumption. Get that ready for me in a little bit. Put it out of the reach of my dog. These little biscuit sandwiches, ooh, they're already nice and brown. I'll do just a little bit more on this side, and they will be good to go. And that's it. I'm going to unplug this first. Get these guys off of here. Like I said, it's a little smoky. I'll take a wet rag and wipe that thing down real good after it cools. Cut these guys in half. And boom. I made my wife's lunch too. And that's it. How to make a panini, or at least the way I make a panini. Thank you very much, and I hope everyone is doing well.